the money we get as child credit, do we have to make sure it's only spent on them? Do we have to make a separate account for it? From my understanding of child credit is not only to be spent on the children. Child credit is essentially a top-up for families who are not making this particular amount or threshold that the government has in mind. So there's obviously tax, there could be tax that's taken off, or sometimes if you're making below the threshold, no tax will be taken off, but then you get topped up money, which is to spend as a family. So it doesn't belong to the husband or the wife or the children in particular. It belongs to the family as a whole to spend on them. So they can decide how to spend on it in general. It doesn't have to be restricted only for the children. Child benefit is slightly different, but child credit is definitely for the whole family to spend, for, it could be rent, it could be food, it could be clothing for anybody. Of course, it would be abuse for just one person to spend it on themselves and not on anybody else, or just to save it for themselves to send there. Because sometimes what I've seen as questions coming through is that a person will say that my husband is taking all the money and sending it to his family, in another country, or the wife is keeping it, or whatever the case is. It's for that family to spend and to basically live their life with. When it comes to child benefit is more specifically for the children. But again, do you have to save it and only spend it on the children? It depends. If the only money you spend on your children is from child benefit, then of course all that child benefit has to go to them, because you're not spending anything else on them. So all of their food, their clothing, their part of the bills of the house, you're so particular that you spend everything from the child benefit on them, then that is obviously the case. But if you're spending on them with your own money anyway, which means that you're spending with your salary or with the money of the household, you're spending on their clothes or anything else like that. And generally speaking, it's up to the amount of what you receive. The cost that you incur in bringing up your children is similar to the child benefit that you're getting. Then you can use that child benefit, because you've already spent, £100. You're getting £100 of child benefit for so many children, or whatever it may be. You've spent £100 on your children anyway. Then that's fine. So that's the way to look at these things. It's not kind of like money that's given specifically to the children. It's money given to spend on the children. It's not an investment for them. It's not money that you should keep aside for investment. If you can, if you want to, that's entirely up to you. But you don't have to. Investments are a different thing altogether. This is not what the government, from my understanding, is giving child benefit for. That was the fund, that was the child fund that they had, which worked for several years, where whenever you had a new child, then they put a certain amount in a particular fund for them. That was a different issue of investment. This is not an investment.